up?
Nothing good.
Hear ye, this court is now in session. Part 3 of the Supreme Court of the State of New York. The Honorable Judge Winston Young presiding.
Be seated. Let the record show this is indictment number 96-84660, People of the State of New York versus Laura Spencer. Are counsel present?
Your Honor, Dara Jensen, Assistant District Attorney for the People.
R.J. Chambers, Your Honor, representing Mrs. Spencer.
I've received an indictment from the grand jury. In the murder of Damian Smith, the defendant, Laura Spencer, is hereby charged with murder in the second degree.
This is crazy! What the hell is going on? This is a joke! You don't even have a case!
Silence! I'm ordering silence!
Be careful. I want you to get 2 minutes. You're going to be in contempt.
I am in contempt. They're accusing my wife of premeditated murder.
Right, just take it easy. We'll strike a bargain.
Don't even think about it! She's innocent!
Not to the grand jury.
I am so sick of listening to you. You're fired!
Order in this courtroom! Order in this courtroom! One more word out of you, Mr. Spencer, and I'll stop these proceedings. Do you understand?
Your Honor, on behalf of Mr. Spencer, I'd like to apologize for that outburst. If you please the court, I will waive reading of the indictment. And, Your Honor, I'm requesting permission to readdress the issue of bail.
Permission granted, providing Mr. Spencer can contain himself in every way from this moment on.
I can assure the court there will be no more such disturbances. I have a moment, Your Honor.
Oh, you shut up and let me do my job.
Consider it your swan song.
Go ahead, Mr. Chambers. We're ready for your statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. I believe the history of my client's flight has been misrepresented by the state. Mrs. Spencer never evaded the law. She did, however, evade the vendetta of a criminal, for which she should be praised, not penalized. Since the demise of that criminal, Mrs. Spencer has lived an exemplary life of work and service right here in Port Charles. Together with her husband, she bought and renovated a house in town. Mr. Spencer runs a nearby business. Their son goes to the local public school. And I am sure their daughter will attend the local elementary school when she's of age. Mrs. Spencer has spent countless hours volunteering her time to help needy children. She also works in a nonprofit foundation that provides jobs and business opportunities to the neighborhood. She's also enrolled at Port Charles University, where she's taking courses towards an advanced degree. The obvious point is that Mrs. Spencer is a committed citizen, rooted heart and soul in her community. She's not about to leave. Given that, I'm asking that she be released on bail. Thank you.
Your Honor, Mrs. Spencer does indeed leave. She takes her family and she just disappears. She has done this so often that she has become an expert. She leaves jobs, homes, businesses, and just disappears without a trace into towns across the United States, Europe, and Canada. As for her reaction when threatened, well, her automatic response has been to kill. In her own living room, with her own gun. Your Honor, in light of these facts, the state once again makes an unqualified request that bail be denied.
Thank you both. I've taken both arguments into consideration, and I believe the defendant's community standing, while admirable, is no guarantee that she won't pose a serious flight risk should she be released. Her record indicates she has a history of flight and that she's apparently become quite adept at it. Given that, this court cannot risk allowing the defendant another opportunity to prove her prowess on the run. Bail is denied. Court is adjourned.
All rise.
Will you retain our counsel? What about your criminal trial?
Plan B is in effect.
I don't think this is exactly the best time for a breakout, do you?
I'll handle the timing.
You may be a great attorney in Edward's book. In my book, you're a two-bit thief, minus the brains and the integrity.
Oh, please.
Get out of my sight before I'm accused of involuntary manslaughter.
Now, I insist that you stop badgering this man and calm yourself. Now, clearly you're upset.
Upset? Why would I be upset? They just threw my wife back in a jail cell because of this idiot.
Why don't we just table any further discussions and let Mr. Chambers finish his follow-up work?
The only follow-up work he's going to do is to get in his car and drive home. You're off the case. And if you pay him one plug nickel, you're a bigger fool than he is.
Do yourself a favor. Get a grip.
Mr. Spencer, I recommend that you curb that temper of yours. You've alienated the judge and you've insulted my attorney. So, what happens now, huh? Without Chambers, who represents Laura? You?
I don't have time. I've got to find the real killer.
Look at Justice out there. He is an emotional wreck. Too much loss in too short a time. I hate to admit it, but considering the shape he's in, I think that his presence on Laura's case would hurt her more than it would help her.
Something ain't right.
I don't know what you mean.
Why do you insist on controlling my wife's defense? What the hell is going on?
I'm not interested in controlling anything. I am concerned for Laura, and I'm worried about my grandson. I suppose that the simplicity and the sincerity of my feelings are just too hard for you to understand.
Well, here's something for you to understand, Edward. I'm watching you very carefully.
You'll forgive me if I don't offer you a congratulations on a job well done.
You would if you were a bigger person. Look, Justice, I'm sorry about the bail hearing. Obviously, you're very upset.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, it was a completely arbitrary decision.
Then why don't you stand up for Laura and prove it? Maybe you could do something that Chambers can't.
Well, certainly would have taken a different approach.
Tell me.
Well, to begin with, I would have argued that Leslie Lou needs her mother there as primary caregiver. Then I would have presented the judge with 20 sworn character affidavits from her coworkers, her neighbors, her professors. I think that would have had a very serious impact on the judge's decision. He may have even sent her home, which is where she belongs.
Can I ask you a question? You're very articulate and extremely passionate about Laura's innocence. Why aren't you representing her?
It's funny you should ask. I was about to do the same thing. Let me put it this way. I want you to represent Laura.
We have to discuss this now?
I don't have the luxury of time, Justice. My wife needs help now.
What about Chambers?
He's off the case. I'm going with my original choice. That's you. Have you got a problem with that?
Well, as a matter of fact, I do.
Why? Representing her is going to put your campaign back?
You know better than that. Laura is my friend. I would go to the wall for her.
Then what is the problem?
You're getting loud, Luke.
And you're evasive, man. What the hell's going on?
If you will excuse me, I have some work to do. Counselor?
Do me a favor. Next time you want to let off a little steam, do not do it in front of the woman whose sole mission in life is to put Laura behind bars. And as for why I can't take her case, Luke, I am too close to it. Damian Smith set fire to my grandmother's house. Now, that's just too emotional.
I'm sorry to cut you off, Counselor, but I don't buy that. My wife needs help. That's all that matters.
Luke, any judge would see my family connection as a conflict.
I'm willing to take that risk. If you're not, then you tell Laura. She's gonna have to hear it from you.
I can't do this. I thought I could do this, but I can't.
Of course you can. I heard the way you handled Spencer. You were flawless.
There is no logical reason for me not to defend Laura. That's the way Luke sees it, and under ordinary circumstances, he would be dead on.
Well, these conditions are far from ordinary. Now, if Luke is determined to get rid of Chambers, I have a short but impressive list of alternatives. Every name on it is highly recommended.
Well, under these circumstances now, he needs a magician more than an attorney.
Oh, nonsense. The woman is innocent, and it'll be proven in time. Neither her reputation nor her career will be damaged. She'll be perceived as a victim of the legal system. Not a criminal, just, I guarantee it.
How do you guarantee all of this?
Don't underestimate my influence over the media. Speaking of that, I noticed that Luke is rather suspicious of me lately. I think I'll encourage it just to throw him off course.
I don't understand.
It'll buy us some time while Laura is still on trial. You see, Luke is like a dog with a bone. He'll keep digging until he finds the truth. Now, there are two things that we can do to stop him. One, you can keep as far away from him as possible. And two, allow me to just play the red herring as long as I can. There's a good chance that he'll just drop the whole thing once Laura's exonerated.
You just contradicted yourself, Edward. You said that he wouldn't stop digging until he found the truth.
Once Laura is out of jail, he'll lose interest. Mark my words.
It's been a very long day, and I think you should go home.
Well, do you need a ride? Reginald's outside.
No, thank you. No, I don't. There's something I have to do first.
Who's there?
It's me, Justice.
Don't look so upset. I'm okay.
I wanted so badly to speak for you in court today.
I know that.
I'm sorry the Chambers didn't come through for you.
He tried. I mean, he's not as bad as Luke seems to think.
Well, I just wish that there was something I could do to help you.
Well, you can. Win back your city council seat. I'd like to see that. Make the system work for you.
Well, I don't know if that's really possible, and to tell you the truth, I don't think I care anymore.
Oh, please don't say that to me. You're the one who's shown me that the system can work.
Me?
Justice, for what seems like at least half my life, I've run from a criminal. I learned how not to trust anyone but my husband and my son. I mean, as far as we were concerned, there was no difference between the system and the bad guys. But I've watched how you fight. You know, for the community you live in and for your seat in city council, just like Mary May and your father fought for what they believed was right. Your family has been such an inspiration to me that I believe I can win my own battle.
Look, I feel the need to tell you why I can't be your lawyer.
You don't know me.
No, now, Laura, I need to do this.
Okay.
You see, Damien was killed in the process of destroying my grandmother's house. Now, any judge would see that as a conflict of interest, and rightly so, and it could just have a very negative impact on your case.
Well, whatever you decide, I'm sure that it was for the right reasons.
You have a lot more faith in me than I deserve.
That is impossible.
You are a very special lady. Luke is a very, very lucky man.
Thank you. That means a lot.
I will see you soon.
So how do you like letting her down, Justice?
Dad, they can't keep Mom in jail. I mean, that's crazy. They let real criminals out on bail. Why not her? What happened to that hotshot lawyer, Mr. Quartermain?
I fired him. He was more interested in cutting a deal with the DA than getting a strong defense together. Anyway, he's off the case.
Well, who's going to defend Mom?
I don't know yet.
Well, what are we going to do?
Well, we have a bunch of options, but none of them include panicking, because that won't help.
I just hate thinking about her in that cell, you know.
You and me both. Your mother's a remarkable woman. She'll be okay. But she's dependent on us, you know, so we have to stay cool. We can't let her down. I won't give you any bull, pal. It's not going to be easy to get her out. We can't count on the cops to do their job, so we have to prove she's innocent.
Well, how do we do that?
Well, the official investigation is over, but mine is just starting. I'm going to find out who killed Damien.
Mom still needs a good lawyer and fast, right?
Hi. Hey, Lucky.
Hi.
What's this?
This is everything on the case I could coax out of Dara Jensen. You and Laura still want me? I'm ready to defend her.